So many times I hear people complain about how they don't get as many opportunities as some people, or a lot of people had the doors open for them, or they were handed the silver platter, or they don't have the same, they didn't grow up in the same situation, the same circumstances, so they don't have the same opportunities as other people had. And yes, that's true, but I really feel like it's only true to an extent, and I'm gonna tell you why. How many times have you gone through the same hardship? And really think about this question. How many times have you gone through the same hardship? And it may not be a copy and paste, cut and dry, same thing each and every time, but it's a similar concept or similar principle that kind of takes place in each scenario or each situation. How many times have you had the same hardship like that? Well, those were your opportunities. We get opportunities way more than we think we do. And sometimes we're just not aware of it. We don't wake up. We don't open that eye and start realizing and start paying attention to what's really going on. I truly believe that we go through tests, and we will continue to go through tests until we pass the test. We go through periods of hardship, periods of challenges, periods of difficulty to learn something, because it's a test. We are going through something. We're supposed to learn something about ourselves or about something, whatever the situation is. We're supposed to figure something out. And if we don't figure it out, we're going to constantly go through that test repeatedly. It's like dying over and over again, and you keep repeating it because you have to beat the level. You know what you're going to go through, but they're going to change it up each time. We go through the same kind of test in life, and you just have to be able to figure out what it is you need to learn from this hardship, and that's how you grow. Those are your opportunities. So opportunities don't always come blatantly right in your face. They're not explicitly implied that it's an opportunity, or that it's a door, or it's a partial foot in the door being get ready to be open for you. But you have to be able to be self-aware, and you have to know that on a deeper level to know that it's really an opportunity. So the next time you go through something that feels like you've gone through over again, take a step back and pause and assess it, and figure out what it is you're supposed to be figuring out, because something you keep doing wrong keeps putting you back in the same situation, in the same scenario. So what can you do differently? What is the commonality? What is the common thing that you do in every time the hardship comes around that does not work, that seems to put you back in the same cycle? Figure out what that is, change it, and do something differently, because those are the opportunities, and they come so many times. They come knocking so many times. But if you're not able to realize it, if you don't recognize the subtle hints, you will never grow. You will never move forward in life. You will never progress. You will never walk through that door. You will never get that life-changing opportunity, because opportunities come big and small. It's not always going to be the big ticket, big high ticket. Oh, now I'm successful, now I'm wealthy, now I'm rich, now I got what I want to be. No, sometimes it's small steps to take you further, progress you forward, but you got to be able to be aware of the small steps first to get the big steps, to get the big opportunities. So the next time you go through the same hardship and you're like, bro, I feel like I just can't get it right, or I keep going through the same thing, think about it as a test. Move differently, adjust, adapt, and figure out what you do, figure out what you did wrong all the previous times, and figure out what you can do right. And you may not get it right on that next time, but the more and more you start to become aware, you will try different things. You'll figure out, okay, I did this last time, it still didn't work, I'm back in it. What is something different I can do now? You're going to figure it out. And those are the opportunities that we get each and every day. The same challenges, the same people pissing you off, the same reaction to the same things. It's the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So if you do the same thing and you continue to go in the same cycle, and you do the same thing and you realize it didn't work, that's insanity. You need to figure out what it is that's going to take you out of this situation, out of this hardship, out of this challenge, out of this difficulty, to progress you forward. So the next time you say you don't have as many opportunities as the next person or the next man or the next woman, think about the hardship, the same hardship that you've been going through for years, for months, for weeks, for days, and that is your constant opportunity to grow.